My boyfriend called me ugly but said I have a nice body, and his friends laughed at me. I have been with my boyfriend for 2 years, and until last night, I thought I understood how he saw me. He never called me ugly. He often told me I looked good with or without makeup. I believed him because he said it in small, normal moments, like when we brushed our teeth or when I got home in a hoodie after a grocery run. His friends come over sometimes to play video games and smoke. We are friendly, not close, so when they visit, I usually give them space and go upstairs. That was the plan last night, too. I brought them water, said hello, and headed to the bathroom. When I passed the closed door, I heard my name. I know stopping to listen is not great, but hearing your own name pulls you in. I paused. The TV was loud. Controllers clicked. Someone opened a can. One of his friends said he hated that I always left when they came over because at home I wear shorts and a tank top, but in public I dress more covered. He said I had a great body and then called me a butterface without makeup. My boyfriend laughed, loudly. He did not shut it down. He just said, her body is perfect, and they moved on. They started talking about other girls from work. My name faded under the game sounds. I stood in the hallway with my hands shaking and my face hot. I went upstairs and locked the bathroom, turned on the fan to cover the noise, and stared at my reflection. I have shoulder-length brown hair, clear skin, decent features. If I had to score myself, I would say a solid 6 without makeup and maybe an 8 with it. I do not think I am ugly. I still cried. When he came up later, he reached for me and I rolled away. He asked if I was tired. I said yes. He fell asleep fast, like nothing happened. I hated that now I felt like I was just a body to him. 2 years together, and that is what he said in a room full of people. In the morning, I acted normal. He joked about his game score and asked if I wanted breakfast. I said I was not hungry. His friends were still in the living room, so I kept my mouth shut. After they left, my nerves were still buzzing. I took a shower and tried to time my breathing. I told myself to cool down and not start a fight while I was shaking. All day, I replayed the hallway, the laugh, the silence. I kept touching my face like I could smooth it into something different. When he came home from work, I said we needed to talk. We sat on the couch. I told him I had overheard the conversation. I said what his friend said hurt, and what hurt more was that he laughed and did not defend me. I said it made me feel like he liked my body and not my face, and I hated feeling like that in my own home. At first, he denied it. He said it never happened. My throat closed and my eyes stung because I stood right there. I told him exactly when it happened, what game was on, where I was standing, and what he said. He stared, then shrugged and said it was a dumb joke and he forgot about it 5 minutes later. He said I would not care about their opinions if I did not care what they think of my looks. I told him I do not care what they think. I care that they said it in our home, and he laughed. He said he finds me attractive if that is what I want to hear so badly. He said if my friends called him a butterface, he would not care because he is not attracted to them, and that since I care, I must be attracted to his friends. The flip made my stomach drop. I told him that made no sense. I was upset about his reaction, not chasing his friends. He rolled his eyes and said I was being dramatic. I asked, would you let a friend talk about me like that if I were in the room? He said, they were joking, you are making it weird. I stood up and said we were done. He said if I was breaking up with him over that, I was doing him the biggest favor of his life. I walked to the bedroom, pulled my suitcase from under the bed, and started packing shorts, a few shirts, and my makeup bag. He watched from the doorway and kept talking, saying I was insecure, saying I wanted attention, saying I should toughen up. I zipped the suitcase and grabbed my charger and my glasses case. I called my sister and asked if I could stay in her spare room for a while. She said yes and told me to come now. I picked up my pillow and a sweater and headed for the door. He said I was overreacting and that I would regret leaving. I kept walking. Outside, the air was cool and quiet. A car passed at the corner and then the street went still again. I put my bag in the back seat and sat for a second with both hands on the wheel, breathing in and out until my heart slowed. I started the engine, drove to my sister's place, and parked. My phone buzzed before I could get out. He had sent a screenshot of my post that someone forwarded to him. He wrote that I was insecure for going to the internet for help and said he would sue for slander even though I did not use his name.